Well, the project is called the Irish Centre on Wrongful Convictions. It was launched here on the 2nd of October. It's a new project. It's a grassroots human rights organisation. Its primary concern will be to work with prisoners or former prisoners who feel they've been a victim of a miscarriage of justice, to have their convictions overturned, get those cases back into court. Anyone who's been in prison, like myself and many others, will know from direct experience that there were many people who were the victims of a conveyor belt system of justice, or injustice probably more importantly, tortured, fast-tracked to the courts, and dumped into prison camps for many years. And we believe there's an opportunity now for individuals to bring those cases back to court, to have their convictions overturned. We'll also be intended to document the evidence of torture. Torture was obviously a critical part of that conveyor belt system that sent so many innocent people to prison. So we're going to be documenting the evidence of that with a view to possibly taking prosecutions against the people who were responsible for that. So it's great to have the Sinn Fein MEP here today, Martina. Just to let, she's a former prisoner herself, to let her know what the project is about. Of course she's come here today and she's very supportive of the project, so it's great to have her.
And Martina Anderson, former prisoner and now MEP. What's the importance of being here today and what do you hope to be able to do for the centre?
Well, I think it was crucially important to get a briefing as a former prisoner ourselves. And when we realised that this information about convictions and wrongful convictions, how well that was documented in the past, and we had people like Father Murray and Father Falls, and they had done sterling work, but a gap has emerged since then. And it's almost when now that we've emerged from conflict that you realise that some things that we found acceptable during the conflict, expected to happen to us during the conflict, but when you apply the standard, the human rights standard, against what happened, it was absolutely wrong. And as a result of that, wrongful convictions obviously emerged, and there were hundreds of Republican prisoners went through the jail and through a conveyor belt system. And therefore having a system now like this, having a centre like this that's going to help collate and document and report all that has happened, I think what you could see emerging from this is a challenge against those who were involved and who actually brought about the kind of wrongful convictions that meant that you had many men and women serving years imprisonment, which they shouldn't have done if the human rights test had been applicable.